This is the hour, the darkest place. Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world, good world going bad. Half the people die while the rest of us are splitting hairs. It's a good world, good world going.
Good morning, to the tubes. Hello. Hi. You may see stuff behind me if it isn't pitch black in here. I'll explain that in a minute. Welcome to Friday. It has been a couple of weeks since I've actually uploaded a video. I have recorded videos, but then there's been technical issues and I've not been able to salvage the footage. If I can in any way, I will use it, but yeah, things didn't quite go to plan. So, a couple of things. Firstly, what are the cardboard boxes behind me? I'm on my way to London. It's the first time with this company that I've gone into London. And it's 16 full pallets. Like the back there is, you can barely get a playing card in there. It's that full. Not weight, just bulk. And after we loaded, the guy went, "Oh, we need to get these 3 boxes there as well." You can probably only see one of them. Yeah, there's 2 on the bed and 1 pinned back with the passenger seat. Oops. It is safe. There's no weight in it at all. They're just, yet again, bulky. Secondly, you may notice that I am in the Merc that had the accident. Right, the doors are still damaged because we're waiting on insurance. They've been inspected. They are safe. They won't come open because, well, this way we can't open them at the moment even with a friggin' sledgehammer. So there is no risk of the doors coming open. So therefore, basically this truck is being treated purely as just a curtain sider. It's a good thing it's not a box body, because otherwise this would just be a paperweight until they get it fixed. But yeah, the rear doors are still to be fixed. There is some minor running repairs that have happened to other bits, but just waiting on insurance for that. Yeah, how's my, so that's that. How's my time been? It was like I've been quiet. Well, I mean, you won't be able to see it necessarily. That arm has got skin missing and a massive bruise. I'm standing so accident prone also. The other day I was in Birmingham delivering doors, and what happened was, because the rear door's been damaged, and also the layout of the bed and the size of these doors, what you have to do is, it was 7 pallets, but each pallet takes like 3 spaces. It's weird. Well, actually, maybe even more than 3 spaces. But anyway, is it 3, 6, 9? No. What happen is, if you've got the body of the truck going that way, and here's the rear doors, you have to go pallet, 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 pallet to get all 7 of the doors, or 7 pallets of doors in the truck. Turned up to the site to deliver said doors, and the 4-ton telehandler driver, who's relatively new-ish to it, looked and went, "Oh, have you opened your doors?" I went, "No, I can't do that." So he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to have to go and get extended forks," which is not really used much before. I was like, "Yeah, no problems." Opened up the curtain fully, and then he came to get the rear one off first with extended forks. Fine. He was then going in. At that point, because this is where 2 places where I messed up with this one. Because of the space and his nervousness, it took him a while to get lined up and start getting the forks in. At which point I realised that I should have put the curtain to the other end. Didn't do that, but I was like, not a problem. Dealt with extended fork drivers many times before, shouldn't be a problem kind of thing. There's space between the door and the back kind of thing. The door's pallet and the back of the truck. He was then going in, and I noticed that he was about to catch the curtain. So I did what many drivers always done, which is you put your arm round the curtain and the internal straps and everything, and basically yank it all back and hold it all back out the way. Something we all do. I know maybe some good, I never do that. Yeah, you do. We all do it. It's one of those of 99.99999% of the time, it's fine. But I was holding this curtain back. He was then going onto the pallet, and I had a look, my arm's there and everything. Had a look and everything's looking okay. I then, for a brief moment, just look at him too, because sometimes when you're doing things like that, it's good just to get a bit of eye contact with the forklift driver, make sure they're happy. Because then it's a building site, it can be noisy. Just make sure the forklift driver's happy. As I'm looking back, I suddenly feel something on my arm, and then I start feeling pain, and then I'm starting to be dragged into my bed at the back of the truck. The frame that the fork's attached to had managed to catch my arm about here. It pinned me against the back of the truck and then started to drag me into the truck. It took me a fraction of a second to click what was going on, because I wasn't expecting it. Also, Nigel started to go, whoa, 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 stop, stop, stop. Which, because the forklift driver, he was focusing on the side that he could easily see and getting into the pallet, so he didn't spot it going to happen. He's suddenly gone, oh, beep, put it into reverse, got back out. I'm there like, ow, that hurt. But I did what I like to call my systems check, which is one of those things people do probably without even realising when you have something like that happen. So in this case it was my arm, so right, okay. Can I move my elbow? Yes. Can I move my wrist? Yes. Oh, that hurts, but I can move it. Can I move my fingers? Yes. Okay. Can I clench a fist? Yes. Right. There's no severe damage kind of thing. But, ooh, that hurts. He's then backed up, come to check on me. I've pulled my coat down. It's one of those sites where you have to have full long sleeves, trousers, jacket, which is really annoying because freaking warm. Well, no. Actually, you don't need to have a long sleeve jacket. But, by chance, when I turned up to that site, I went, oh, I feel a little chilly. I'm going to throw my fleece on. Not realising how lucky I was going to be, the fact that I put the fleece on, because the fleece gave lubrication. I suppose that's one way of putting it. It gave, the fleece material basically gave something between my skin and the bars, the forks, for just to reduce a bit of the friction. Otherwise, I got a feeling that I would have had broken the skin properly. But instead, in this case, it just kind of slid a little bit, and it's like scraped a layer of skin off. But anyway, took my coat, took my arm out the sleeve, had a look, had a nasty black bruise in the middle of the purple either side, and I was like, ooh, that's not pretty. So anyway, quick, phoned my office. I went, I don't know what my next load's meant to be, but I've had this accident. I really need to go get it checked out at the hospital. And they were like, fine. Are you safe to drive the truck back, or do you need to leave it there and just sort something out? And I was like, no, my choice on this. I was like, I feel safe to bring the truck back. Plus, it was kind of a case of I've got stuff kicking around in the truck that I'd rather take home. So they're like, fine, as long as you feel safe to bring the truck back, bring it back. We'll cancel your collection and get yourself to A&E. Did that, got to A&E, had an X-ray, and got told that I was incredibly lucky. No broken bones, no sign of compression fracture, or even the start of a compression fracture or anything like that. Just some nasty bit of swelling and some bruising. Boy, was I lucky. Boy, whenever I've had a fork going that close to the rear curtain again, I've turned around and gone to the forklift driver, hang on a minute, back up, I'll switch the curtain around. Yeah, it's one of those shortcuts that we all do that, like I say, I mean, in the period of time I've been truck driving, which is 4 months now, 5 months, something like that, I've probably done it in excess of 100 times, you know, holding the curtain back. It's never been a problem until that day. We live and learn. Main thing is to live, and I can still use my arm. To show the pressure that was involved, and another bit of luck, the pole that goes in the end of the curtain in this truck is made of aluminium. I bent it 20 degrees. My arm, the pressure of my arm being pushed into the curtain pole, and it getting kind of wedged with the back of the truck and stuff, it put about a 20-degree bend in it. Which I am fully registered had happened. My front camera just fell. I hadn't fully registered it happened until I went to go and wind the curtain up, and I was like, oh, that feels a bit weird. Oh, I must have slightly dislodged it. Oh, well, let's get to A&E. Next day, went to open the curtain, it wouldn't open, took it to our workshop, and they're like, yeah, your curtain pole's bent. Let's see what we can do about that, and got it fixed. Yeah. Some of these trucks have steel poles. I am so lucky that the pole I have in this one is aluminium, because it just bends. Oh boy. So there's a bit of a catch-up. Oh dear God. So today I, as I said, Today, as I said, I am on my way to London. I have got easy flooring, whatever that is, or easy decking or eco decking or something. It's something. I haven't really seen one properly because they're palletized and wrapped and all that stuff. But I get a feeling that what it is sometimes at building sites to give vehicles better traction, they sink this plastic stuff into the ground. I think it's that. It's kind of like grid panels that you sink into the ground, and then construction vehicles and stuff can drive over it and doesn't rip up the ground as much. Got 16 pallets of that, like I said, stacked to the roof pretty much with it, plus 3 boxes. Going to N2 postcode. So thankfully it's not far off the North Circular, not far from the M1 junction. Yay. So I'm going to stop yappering because of reasons. And some of you may be happy about it. There may be less time lapsing. I forgot what load I was doing today. By chance I had my cameras. But yeah, I haven't got my audio recording equipment, so hopefully the audio is working. Otherwise this is going to be another failed video. If you're seeing this, obviously the audio worked to an extent. I am also, but yeah, because I wasn't planning, I haven't really got the stuff together to quickly set the other camera safely to do time lapses, so whoops. Oh well, I will keep on motoring and I'll catch you when I'm closer to London. See you in a bit. Welcome back. You might see from front camera, I'm stuck in traffic. I'd like to say that this is London traffic, but it's not. This is M1 traffic passing Leicester. Apparently there's been an accident. I only found out about it after I joined the M1. But like, you know when you kind of flicking through stations or whatever, in my case I was flicking over to get the Bluetooth to kick in and play a podcast I listen to. I'd like to point out I do that without touching my phone. I have this truck. One of the cool things I can do, find what I want to listen to on my phone before I leave, play it for a second, pause, leave it there, and then when the Bluetooth connects on the truck, using the truck's radio controls, switch over to the Bluetooth device and it continues playing. And then if I need to pause it, because like for example, I'm doing something to the camera, or I'm pulling it to a site or whatever, all I do is press left on the little directional control thing down here, which turns it back over to radio, which pauses what I was listening to on Bluetooth, and then mute the audio. Anyway, yeah, I was in the midst of flicking over, so I didn't quite catch where the accident was. Turns out it's in front of me. The dumb sat nav obviously doesn't know about it. The traffic aware sat nav, which I didn't know, I didn't have fired up because I didn't think about it. I fired up while the truck was stopped, I'd like to point out. It was an 150-minute delay. And then it's trying to offer me another route which has a 35-minute delay. But after being sitting here for about 15 minutes, some traffic is starting to move. So I've seen enough highways vehicles going down, think they might have cleared it, or at least opened a lane or two. or they may be just directing everyone off. Don't know. One way to find out, I suppose. So, stuck in traffic. In the meantime, I am going to talk about something. Something that I talked about in the video I recorded that I have not been able to publish because I'm having problems with it. So, I had an email the other day from a viewer. I can't remember the person's name off the top of my head. Very sorry about that. And very sorry that I hadn't got around to replying to your email. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to explain something. So this person had emailed saying that they were trying to secure funding for their license. And were having issues and trying to figure out how to do it. So I thought I'd quickly, even though I think I've said about it in the other videos, I'll quickly go into how I went about getting my funding. With my case, and I don't know if this is the case for the person who emailed me, I was unemployed. That is the important bit. I was unemployed. I'd been made redundant from my previous job. What that meant was that I was eligible to apply for universal credit. For those of you who are not in the UK, universal credit is benefits, basically government benefits for unemployed, and it used to be called Job Seekers Allowance, JSA, but what they've done is they've made, years ago now, a few years back, they made universal credit where they got all the different benefits that someone could claim, you know, like disability benefits, things like that, and put it under one umbrella, so one payment comes through to you, but you get a breakdown of where the money's coming from, kind of thing. Anyway, I was able to apply for that, so therefore I was able to get some money off the government whilst I was unemployed. Once I got that, I then went on. When you're on universal credit, you get access to what they call the journal. Now, the idea of the journal is that the job centre, can message you, or the Department of Work and Pensions can message you and go, "Oi, have you found a job yet?" And you can then put messages on to them to say, "I've had interviews," or whatever. I put a message on the journal going, saying that I'd been made redundant, that I am looking for a change of career, and that I want to become a HGV driver. I'd also put in the message that I'd spoken to a training firm and this is how much they said it's going to cost. I'd like to apply for assistance in paying for the license. In my case, there was issues which are long documented, but anyway, go back to previous videos, link to playlist up there. I was then had a telephone meeting, because this was the midst of COVID. Had a telephone meeting with a person at my local job centre who wanted to get a bit more information about what I was looking to do. So I explained. He's like, right, okay, they have what they call a learning support fund, I think it's called. Can't remember exactly the name. I think that's what it was called. And basically an application can be put in to release funds to assist me in training as long as there is a job at the end of it. So one of the things I had to do is I had to contact multiple companies and get an email basically I got from them, but they would like an email or a letter, preferably an email because you can just forward it to them, saying if you had a license, basically, yes, there is jobs, we do have jobs going, if you had your license, then at the very least we'll be giving you an interview, potential to give you work. You need at least 3. They say you need at least 3. I ended up with 2. Little tip for you: if you're doing that, contact driver temp agencies. They are more than willing to bash you an email going, "Oh yeah, there's plenty of work in your area. We'll find you work if you have your license." You pass that on to them, then there's a form they fill in, and it gets sent off. It takes a few weeks. In my case, it took almost a year, but anyway, it takes a few weeks. Whilst this process is happening, you don't have to show that you're looking for work, because if you got a job in the meantime, you do no longer qualify, because this is a fund to assist people to get back into work by funding training. Well, if you have a job, why are they funding training? So yeah, that's what happens in the meantime. Once it's been approved, what they'll do is they'll put it out to tender or tenure. Basically, they'll turn around to training firms within your area, within your radius, because you say how far out you're willing to travel to go and do training. They'll put it out to all the training firms in your area. They go, "We have this person. We could do class 2, class 1, class 1, or category C, category C1, or category C plus E. Who wants them? Give us a quote." It's just basically so the government gets a better price. And then next thing you know, you'll be told, "This is the training firm you're with." Done, kind of thing. And then the training firm will touch you, and then you start your training. That is all I had to do. The person emailed, I remember you saying that you've done your medicals, you've done your mod 1, mod 2, and I think you said you did your mod 4. It's just your mod 3A and 3B that you're trying to get funding for. If you're unemployed, hopefully you should be able to do it. It's just when you have the meeting, when they do the paperwork, and so forth, just double check. Just make a point of saying to them that these modules have been done, and provide them with quotes for the mod 3A, 3B, for example. If you still got to do your mod 4, then mod 3A, 3B, and mod 4. Get the quotes for that, and provide the government with those quotes, and that's it. You then spend a lot of time twiddling thumbs, waiting for government departments to do things. But that's all you really need to do. I had to hound them because there was mess ups that happened, and also because of personal things. There was extra questions that came back to me to do with how I was going to be able to deal with personal things if I'm out on the road, like up to 15 hours in a day, or I'm away for a night, for example. Hopefully that helps you, and good luck to you. I'm feeling really bad that I can't remember your name, but you probably didn't want your name being mentioned, in which case I'm very sorry about that. Well, no, I'm not sorry because I didn't mention your name, but I'm sorry I didn't get back to your email. I'm losing the plot. I know there isn't a lot of information out there necessarily about doing this funding through the DWP. For those who don't know the acronym, that's the Department for Work and Pensions. I know there isn't a lot of information out there. What I will possibly do at some point is actually do a proper video where I'll go through the stages, break down within limits of what I can show you some bits so you know what's happening. Obviously there's some data protection stuff that I can't show you, but yeah, whatever. I'll see what I can do. That's how to get funding. Well, one way. There's other ways as well, but that's the way I did it. And I just cricked my neck. Ow. Don't know how I just did that, but I somehow just cricked my neck. I'm going to continue sitting in this traffic. I'm going to turn the radio back on, so I hope I can get traffic alerts. The traffic aware sat nav has just added another hour to my arrival time. Yay. Lovely. Jesus Christ. The joys of when people have accidents. I'd like to point out I am stopped. I am not phoning anyone or anything like that. I am purely just trying to have a look at traffic. It's still saying that the M1 from junction 22 to 20... what was that, 21A? Yeah, 22 to 21A is still marked as being closed on that sat-nav. Help me! Welcome back. I'm about 15 minutes out. Last time I spoke to you was stuck in traffic. Yeah.
Prepare to exit the motorway.
What did I say today about watch? I kind of feel I've gone out of video. The minute I start recording, that starts shouting at me. Anyway, yeah, turned out it wasn't an accident. There was a police incident in progress that was being dealt with. So yeah, oh, and also a truck had broke down in the held up traffic as well, which is both slightly frustrating. Weird yawn happening. So yeah, I am about to come off the M1. Pro tip: if you ever want to mess with someone, you know they're not using a sat nav, tell them to get off at junction 3 of the M1. If you don't know why I'm saying that, look it up. But yeah, I'm warm, even though I've got the AC on, and I've been going for 2 hours 40 driving. I'm well due for getting out of the cab, which I'm about to do in a few minutes when I find the delivery site. I just gotta partially hope they've actually got a forklift. I mean, this job wasn't down as a profit and it's a building site, so I'd imagine they've got one. But you just never know with some sites. There's some sites that are a bit weird. Let's put it that way. And I'm not handballing this stuff off. Oh no, not 16 pallets worth. God no. Just get onto the North Circular. And hello London! That was possibly loud. Sorry. Hello London. There's a lorry having a tyre changed, I think. Alright. Shut up. I know I should have indicated potentially to shut that up, but didn't see the point. Because I wasn't going to be alerting anyone to my lane change, so what was the point? And that's someone who's definitely doing 50 miles an hour. Ah, the joys of London. At least with London compared to Birmingham, for example. London, everyone knows the traffic is going to be crap. Everyone knows that everyone drives like a pillock. And so, they've kind of dealt with it. And, you know, the people who drive like pillocks at least give you a warning that you're going to drive like a pillock. And the way they give you a warning is they drive a BMW, an Audi or a Tesla. So, it's useful. Or a Mercedes A-Class. They're becoming quite popular for people who drive like idiots. Anyway, whereas Birmingham, who knows? knows about this side as well. I've got to try and find the thing. So, the North Circular never feels wide enough. Like, I'm in a standard width truck, and I'm just barely touching the white lines on both sides. I'm shocked that the buzzer isn't going off, because surely it's in its mind I must be close to going over these white lines. So long and short of it is, look, get rid of bits of the curb and make the North Circular lanes a little bit wider. It's London, they can afford to do it. Wow, I've never seen that one before. There's a parking restriction that's limited to 5 tons. I've not seen one of those signs before. Or one of those kind of restrictions, even. Come on. For some reason, the word Friary is coming into my head, but I don't think I'm remembering it right. I don't think it has anything to do with the Friary. Because otherwise, I've been having a big clue when I'm near, because I can see a church. Or what have you.
Prepare to keep left after half a mile.
406, yes. 406, let's switch lane. I could have stayed in that middle lane. Oh well. And for those people who doubt, I don't think you're going to see it, doubt, Rigids are wider than Arctics. Look how much space that Arctic's got, if you can even see it. Rigids are wider. It's one of the reasons we struggle. I'm not saying Arctics don't struggle, because they're a big pain in the ass vehicle to get around places. But Rigids struggle. The steering component is longer. We don't bend in the middle, and we're wider. Turning circles, much worse. Well, I'm fun and weird around. That's what happens when you're in the cab on your own, just listening to podcasts for almost 3 hours. Just driving. Come on, traffic lights. Come on, caffeinated beverage. Ooh, ice cream bun. Do you reckon you'd serve me through the window? You won't be able to see him. He's too far back. And also you point slightly up, so yeah, you won't see him. So, I was looking a bit confused then for a second. Just looking in the mirror, to see what's going on behind. There's a digital advertising board behind. And it had an advert up for the stage production of Mary Poppins. But obviously I'm seeing it in the mirror, and it's backwards. Reversed, because it's mirrored. And for some unknown reason, my brain couldn't read the word Mary properly backwards. I was reading it as Mary? Marby? Don't know why. My brain was just...
After 1,000 feet, keep left.
Weird. Ow. The two navigations are disagreeing about which route to take. That's how you would take Regent's Park Road to continue up North Circle at the moment. Let's continue on North Circle for now.
After 300 feet, keep left.
They are both having a disagreement. So now I've gone past that junction. The traffic aware one's telling me to take that right. Whereas the one that actually knows sort of the address, recognises the address apparently, allegedly, is telling me to keep going this way. So let's see if I can get the two of them to agree. This is when I now turn a corner and this suddenly turns around and goes, "You've got like a 4-hour delay." Or I find out that a road has had its priorities changed. Just really, really annoy me. Thanks. Warned me about the speed camera and then went, "Oh no, you've already passed it." Well, you can hear sirens. Can't see them. Which I am going to do though. This may screw the audio. Open the bloody window because it's pretty warm. Especially when I'm going through a tunnel. Just trying to floor it for the moment. I know it's not a V8, it's only a straight 6. Actually, this might be a 4-pop. But it does sound tasty at times, even if it is going for an exhaust box.
Prepare to keep left after half a mile.
Wow! I have just seen the turn it wants me to do. Hopefully it's a doable turn, because it looks tight. It's a little bit tight. A little bit tight, look at tight. Okay. Ah, yeah.
After 1,000 feet, keep left. Then bear left.
Keep left, bear left.
After 300 feet, keep left. Then bear left. After 300 feet,
Yes. I'm going to bear left. Chill your beans. Come on, gearbox. Wakey. There we go.
Recalculating route.
Why are you recalculating route? There is no need for you to recalculate route. I've gone or have I gone the right way?
After 700 feet, turn back.
Oop. I've apparently taken the wrong turn. Oops. I shouldn't have turned left, I should have kept going. Oops. That wants me to do a U-turn. There's no U-turns allowed. Did I mention? Oops. Looks like we're going back on to North Circular. The joys of making a wrong turn.
Recalculating route.
The two of them are going to friggin' argue now. I'm just going to use the traffic aware one. Hopefully it knows sort of where I'm going. Wow, that learner driver went to fly around the back of me then. I saw Donovan's. I've kind of half passed the road where I need to be. I can almost see where I need to be. I just gotta get to where I need to be. Those who wondering why I went, ooh, O'Donovan's. Check out Asheville. He runs a timber firm down here in London, and one of his rivals, but good friends, is O'Donovan, who had a family firm for many years, and I think his wife has just sold the firm. But yeah, he seems like a bit of a character. How much he winds up Daniel Lucy about it. I feel like I should send Daniel a picture of one of Donovan's trucks going, look how dirty it is. I must say, Asheville's trucks are nice looking. They're all, he's pretty much in a full all Scania fleet, apart from the odd Volvos. And all black. It looks smart for tippers. Oh. Can't believe I've made that. Oh, I've missed that turn. Oh, messed up that turn. There's a red bar growing. Traffic aware sat nav. That's never good. Come on. "600 yards, bale heft, and 100 yards after that, it's a right turn." What? What the heck are you trying to get me to do? You want to turn that way? Oh my god, okay. Do a right turn at the roundabout? Yes, you are. I need to move over. Hello, motorbike. Joy of London. Motorbikes. Mopeds. They're just everywhere. those apartments. I wonder what room that is sticking out. Right. To keep going this way. I may have started recording. Well, no, actually, I wouldn't have started recording too early if I hadn't messed up my turn. It is now making me feel like I started recording too early. And then London traffic.
After 1,000 feet, exit left.
Okay, both of you say you want me in the far left lane. Right, I'm in the far left lane. You want me to keep left lane? Fine. You're saying to keep left lane? Fine. Finchley?
After 100 feet, exit left.
I'm going to exit left. Don't quite know where I'm going. Necessarily. Okay, I want the 598.
After 200 feet, turn right. Then turn right.
Side of me? No. What outside? Bloody hell. It's such a big city. Very well designed for big truck vehicles. Weird turns like that. The tread of my tyres and my wing mirror now. Oh my god. Come on. Oh, I just ruined my fun. I was about to honk you to move. Oh,
turn right.
Ruined my fun. This has always been fun making people
Recalculating route.
gap themselves a little bit. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. I may have figured out why there's an argument. There might be a 7.5 ton limit up here. Sugar. Oh dear. Is there a 7.5 limit?
After 1,000 feet, turn right.
It's, well, the one's warned me about it believes there's a 7.5 limit. I haven't yet seen any signs about a 7.5 limit. going to be one of those, the sign is literally at the mouth of the road.
Take the next right.
Still no signs about a 7.5 limit. So I'd say, and I'm seeing a truck coming out, but it might be 7.5. Thank you, Uber, for being right down the side of me as I'm about to make a turn.
After 0.4 miles, go over the roundabout, taking the second exit.
Thank you. This is feeling very, yeah. Still not seen a 7.5 limit sign, so might be okay. Maybe. I'm only like 6.6 of a mile from my delivery point. So now if it does say 7.5 limit except loading or except access, then I'll be okay.
Go over the roundabout, taking the second
I'm
exit.
going to go over the roundabout. I'm trying to remember the name of whatever it is I'm looking for. Friars, that's it. Keep going. Is that a speed bump? No. No. It looked like it was for a moment.
You will arrive at waypoint after 1/4 of a mile, then turn back where possible.
Okay, waypoint on the left. So I am looking for building site, which that looks like it might be. Yes, that's a bus stop, so I can't pull into there.
You have reached a
Alright.
waypoint, then
Turn
turn back
around.
where possible.
London. I can't really use that to turn around. I need to turn around somewhere. I've got vehicles right up my backside. Turn around every now and then. Ba, 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 ba. I can't remember the words. Please don't tell me that's a weight limit sign I just went past. I'd be sad if that was. I know, controlled parking zone. Fine. Have I still got people at my backside? Or can I potentially... No, there isn't people at my backside. Good. What I am going to do then is put them on. Londoner for a moment. Right, can you remember where that place was? I hope you remember. I half sort of struggling to remember. We'll see if we can find it again. I just kept going straight down the road. I think so. Oh dear. Hello, Mr. Postman. Hello, Postie. Hello, panicking car driver. Thank you, Mr. Car Driver, for seeing there was a large vehicle coming down the road. You've really kind of scuppered me a bit there because of what's behind you, but what have you? Okay. 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 Thank you. Okay. Three. I think it was just down here somewhere. I don't know if I need to phone them to get the gate open. Very easily just find somewhere to temporarily stick this whilst I figure that out. Problem is, it's right outside in school as well. There really isn't much. I'll be back. Cheers, pal. Right. Delivery done. That was a horrid sight. Not a lot of room. Yeah, that was horrible. But delivery's done, I am out of there. And now getting AC on. Which, sorry if you're hearing blowing noises on the camera, but there's not much I can do about that. And getting the hell out of Dodge. I've already phoned the office at the moment, or I phoned them earlier, and they said that I'm just to do a back to base, which is what I'm going to do. Oh jeez. Oh, my cleaning cloth's just fallen off my hanger. It feels so weird having the bed back. But yeah, to head back to base, first port of call is to get myself to Gateway. Yes, Gateway. And have 30 minutes because basically upon arriving site, due to the loader being on break, I managed to get a 15 in, which was kind of lucky because I burned a good hour and a half of working time, and I had about an hour and 50 of working time, which wouldn't see me get back to the London Gateway services. So yeah, that is where I am heading now. So I've got to get a 30 in, reset my driving time, and then get back to base. Until I get a phone call on the way back going, oh, by the way, can you go by here and collect X, Y, and Z? I can almost feel it happening already. But yeah. Oh, it's warm. It is currently 25 degrees outside. Now, I've just seen the weather forecast for next week. And one thing I can say for certain, if they think they're putting me in one of the little 7.5 tonners on Monday or Tuesday next week, and not in this, they can go and take a running jump off a very short bridge. The forecast for Monday, 37 degrees Celsius. The forecast for Tuesday, 36 degrees Celsius. Thursday rain, Wednesday rain. But I know there may be some people from hotter climates watching this going,
After 0.4
that's
miles,
no
turn
temperature
left.
at all. What you got on about? Stop moaning, you Englishman. Yes, I'm an Englishman. All Englishmen are not designed for English hot weather. Our homes are designed to keep us warm in the winter. Heck, I remember seeing news reports that they're possibly going to have to sprinkle dirt on the roads to soak up melting tarmac next week. So yeah, 36, 37 degrees Celsius in the UK is fucking hot. Very, very hot. But what I'm going to do is initially say that I'm wrapping up the video there. This one should be shorter than my normal video, but then I may be speaking too soon. There may be another job for me to do on the way, and I'll be like, oh, I'll get the camera out of that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up now, and if there is more, then I'll wrap it up again in a bit. But for now, thank you for watching. Why am I acting like that all of a sudden? I have no idea. Thank you for watching. Please do remember to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, stroke a cat, pat a dog. Yeah, remember those things. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thank you for people being patient with subscribing and then there's no videos for a while. Yeah, been busy or forgetting to take cameras or had really boring jobs. Not that today was much more exciting apart from I was in London. But yeah. Until next time, which might be in a few moments' time. Bye-bye.